Sir, thank you very much. My honest request to this House is, as a humble student of economics, please do not cause a global scare. If we Indians in this House, we say Indian economy is gone, it's down and out, it's flat, how is the world going to look at us, sir? And therefore, it is for this honorable House to infuse confidence in the global economy. So there's an English saying, put your money where your mouth is. It's very simple. Mr. Jairam Ramesh thinks FDI money coming in is not good. Sir, any good money coming into India is good. What is the indicator? Last year, the FDI, net FDI was $30.7 billion. Sir, this quarter, just the first quarter, the FDI, net FDI is $14.5 billion, just one quarter. Chairman, sir, is the Indian economy doing well in the eyes of the global community investors? Yes. In first quarter itself, we got about 50% of total FDI, which we got last year. Chairman, sir, look at the Sensex. Again, put your money where your mouth is. It shows the confidence of the people of India, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, in the Indian economy. Yesterday, the index was 40,821. Yes, this is where people put in money. And how much, how much was net foreign investment flow into the economy in October? 16,069 crores. These are actual big money coming into the economy. If people didn't have, the global community did not have confidence in India, would this big money, FDI, foreign portfolio investment, would all these things come? Now, what is recession? There are a lot of people who use the word recession. My very learned friend, distinguished economist, Dr. Manmohan Singh, is globally known. The terminology means very simple. If there is a negative growth, not a decline in growth, if there is a negative growth for 3 quarters, yes, that is technically considered to be recession, and therefore there is no recession in India. Let me be very clear on this. Yes, we accept. Sudhanshu said, the global headwinds are bad. He used a very simple term. The weather is bad. That affects us. If the global output is declining from 3.8% to 3.2%, if the global trade is declining from 3% to 2.3%, sir, it is bound to affect India. It certainly is affecting India. We accept there is a slowdown. That is why the finance minister, such a sincere, honest, hardworking finance minister, she came up with reforms, huge, large reforms, to ensure 2 things. That industry produces more because there is a decline, utilization of capacity, new capacity is to be created. The corporate tax has been brought down from 35% effectively to 25%. And for new industry, it's only 15%. It's one of the lowest in the whole world. 34 concessions. These are going to produce effects. Now, I agree. There has to be consumption increase. Nobody has any doubt on that. Finance Minister also no doubt on that. Now, let's see how much money the government has infused into the kitty of the poor people. Through the 36 crore Jan Dhan accounts, we have transferred, this Modi government has transferred 8 lakh crore money into the economy, to the kitty of the poor people. 8 lakh crore. Over and above that, people make fun of us and saying, this 6,000 rupees being paid to the farmers, isn't it too small? Sorry. For that farmer, that 6,000 rupees is big. He can teach both his children in a school with 6,000 rupees. That is the beginning. We are making the great effort to put money, and we have done it. So, over the past 5 years, there has been an increase of 43.9% in the use of electricity. 43.9%. In the use of power, oil, consumption, there is an increase of 37.2% increase in the use of oil. And in consumption of grain, food grains, there is an increase of 5.1% in the past 5 years in the consumption of food grains. So, this is real. When we came in, there were just 2 mobile factories in India. Look at manufacturing. Today, there are 120 mobile manufacturers in India. Not only that, the biggest mobile manufacturer in the whole world So, is it in India, Samsung in Noida itself? Yes, there are problems. As Ramesh himself said, we have introduced radically different changes, structural changes like GST that is bound to have teething trouble. It's going to take time. No reform in the world is going to produce results in a day. It's going to take time. And people talked about the automobile sector. Yes, there are some sectors which have done very badly. But yes, take October figures. Last year, Chairman Sir, last month in October, Maruti sold 1,53,550 vehicles, which is an increase of 5.5% last month. It's the biggest automobile manufacturer. Things are picking up, and therefore there is no recession. This happens all over the world. Chairman Sir, we have done radically different things. This is where I agree with what Manoj Judge said. When you look at the economy, look at through the eyes of the poor. And as Dr. Manmohan Singh knows, when we built 10 crore toilets, sir, sorry, the money is not going to come out through the sewage. You will ask, where is the result? Sir, that is going to take time to produce results. Millions of children are going to live because we build those toilets. Sir, when we provide electricity to 2.6 crore families, sir, I come from a non-electrified village. I studied in the Crescent Lab. It is transforming the lives of children and everybody else. That is not going to roll out as an output. Sorry, it is not going to roll out as an output today. It is going to take time, Chairman, sir. It's going to take time. Through our Ayushman Bharat scheme, when 47 lakh people went to the hospital and they survived, sir, can you count money? How much money is the output? Sorry, we can't count the output. All the things that we have done, sir, this government, 70% of the money that has been said, Manoj, honorable member, that is being spent for the poor people. Tell me one time in the history of this country when this kind of money was spent. Yes, some money was spent. Did it ever reach the people? This is the miracle of Modi. We spend the money and that money reaches people. Nobody steals. And here is the government chairman, sir, which performs, which has given new lease of life to the poor, to the children. Their right to survive. Their right to survive with dignity. That has been assured through the toilet, through the scholarship, through electricity, through Ayushman Bharat. So these are fundamental changes which nobody in the world has done it in 5 years. We have done it. This is the fastest revolution that ever happened in the history of the world, sir. This is going to produce real economy. This is going to produce an economy. Children who are healthy, who are educated. And tomorrow they will all be the biggest source of production tomorrow. And therefore, please, for heaven's sake, don't create a panic. We are absolutely on the right track. We put the money where the money should be. That is for the poor. And the global economy is showing interest, great interest in India. They are putting their money where the mouth is, Chairman, sir. And therefore, this House, please, do not talk on television saying we are doomed. We are completely on the right track. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.